Okay. So now in last class, we are trying to understand hash map internals. I explained you hash code double equal to operator equals method, how they are working. I mean, today class will try to elaborate with the diagram. Okay. How it is storing, how it is working. Internal storing mechanism I have not explained. Only explained about algorithm, how hash code and equals methods are working. Okay. Now try to listen carefully. So how can set and map implemented classes identifies a duplicate object and can stop storing them in collection by using hash code double equal to operator and equals method. So explain internals of hash set or hash map or hash table. For all the three classes, same algorithm. Inter asks the question with hash set, inter asks the question with hash map or hash table. Any word they use, story is same. For storing objects, hash map internally uses hash table data structure, and hash table data structure further internally uses bucket data structure to store same hash code objects as one group to decrease number of comparisons. In last class I told you, whenever you are trying to add one new object, this object is not compared with all objects available in the map. It will compare with only one group of objects whose hash code is same. Then tell me, if you want to compare the object with the same hash code object, earlier stored objects must be stored as a one group, na? Are you catching my point? So if they are stored top to bottom somewhere zigzag places, how can they find? If you observe the output displaying time, all same group, same hash code objects are coming next one after one, right? They're adjusted. That means same hash code objects are stored as a one group. This group is technically called what? Bucket. Okay, this table is called hash table data structure, and this group of the objects data structure is called what? Bucket. So repeating once again the statement, for storing objects, hash map internally uses hash table data structure, and hash table data structure further internally uses bucket data structure to store same hash code objects as one group to decrease number of comparisons. Okay, for stop storing duplicate objects and for finding the objects stored in the map, both for stopping duplicates and for finding the objects available in the group, means we have to compare this storing new object or this argument object with the existing objects, right? For stop storing duplicate objects, for finding the objects stored in the map, hash map internally uses hash code double equal to operator equals method. Then first hash code method is called, when there are three things are there, they should be called. What is the order? First hash code method is called, next double equal to operator is called, finally equals method is called. Already you know this. What the purpose of hash code method? Hash code method, people are feeling that for comparison. Hash code is not meant for comparison. For comparison, already we have double equal to operator and equals method. Then what the use of hash code method? Hash code method is used for not comparison. It is used for finding this object belongs to which bucket. Okay, finding the adding object belongs to which bucket, finding the argument object match object available in which bucket for decreasing number of comparisons. So if the bucket concept is not there, this object must be compared with all objects available in the collection, right? Hash code method is used for storing related objects as a one group by separating them from other group of objects in the same map, and further for finding the bucket for this adding object. The advantage in storing same hash code objects as one group is we can decrease the number of comparisons, thereby searching and finding objects will be fast. Hence, performance of the project will be improved. Are you catching my point? By using hash code, by storing objects as a one group, searching and finding object will be fast, because currently adding object will be compared to only with its hash code objects in the hash map, but not with all objects available in the map. Okay, Nana? So hash code, how it is giving benefit of searching? Already I explained, just I documented here. Next, when hash code of an adding object is equal to the objects stored in the map, now tell me. Now this object found, its hash code is equal to this bucket number. Then here I have so many objects. Then this object directly stored inside hash code, I mean inside this bucket? No. It stopped storing? No. Now this object is compared with the objects available in the bucket. So when hash code of an adding object is equals to object stored in the map, to find this adding object is unique or a duplicate, this object is compared. This object is compared with this hash code objects available in this map by using double equal to operator and equals method. Why 2? Double equal to operator for comparing objects with its hash code object using reference. If it returns true, this object is reference wise duplicate. Then this existing value is replaced with the new value. Then this key existing value, then this key existing value is replaced with new value, already know. If it returns false, this object is unique based on the reference, then further equals method is called. Reference wise they equal, but maybe data wise same, then equals method is called. Now can you tell me when equals method is called? If two objects hash code is same and their references is different, hash code is same and the reference is different, then only equals method is called. Equals method is used for comparing the adding object with its hash code objects using state. Very important. Also using reference. Also using reference if not overridden. If it is not overridden, then reference is compared. Okay, like work as a double equal to operator. For storing objects, hash code internal uses hash table data structure. Are you catching my point? Next, hash table internal uses another data structure called bucket for storing the same hash code objects as one group. Then tell me, what is a bucket? What is bucket? All these objects are already stored. All the objects are stored as bucket, as a group. I'm telling how they can be grouped. Tell me, when you want to store multiple objects, how many same hash code objects are coming? 1 or 2 or 3 or 4 or 5 or 6. There is no count, right? I don't know how many are coming. Then if you want to store all these objects as a group, again internally, again collection must be used, na? Right? So bucket is a collection of elements. Those have same hash code. This bucket is also a collection object. It is a linked list. Okay, background, this object is linked with this object linked with this object linked with this object linked with this object. So objects are what? Linked list. Okay, all objects are links. Now very important, from Java 8 version onwards, it is a binary tree. Up to Java, what do you call? Up to Java 7 version, it is a linked list. From Java 8 version onwards, it is a binary tree. All people try to answer why they changed to binary. Binary tree will come? No, no, no. Up to 8 elements, okay? Up to 8 objects, linked list will be there. So whenever you are trying to store 9th object, then now the linked list is changed to what? Binary tree architecture. Now tell me why this bucket concept came. Bucket concept came for decreasing number of comparisons. Now if you take a linked list, what happened? Now tell me, it is linked list is a linear comparison. First node, next node is keep on comparing. The number of comparisons are again increasing, right? If you try to remember tree set, if you tree set also binary tree, now when an element is compared with the first object, it find it is a bigger or smaller. If it is smaller, it compared with what? Right side nodes. If it is a bigger, it compared with what? If it is a smaller, it compared with left side nodes. If it is a bigger, it compared with what? Right side nodes. Then tell me, number of comparisons again decreased in the binary tree. So now what the point you need to understand here? So tree set, hash table or hash map target is nothing but decrease number of comparisons. Earlier up to Java 7 version, they used what? Linked list. Linked list number of objects are increasing. Then what happened? Number of comparisons are increasing, performance issue coming. Then if for decreasing the number of comparisons, now they have introduced what? Binary tree. So if the threshold is 8, threshold means again measurement, like load factor. Now we have another measurement word called what? Threshold. So threshold is nothing but a word. It's a word that represents what? The count. So if the bucket count is 8 elements, if you're trying to store 9th element, if the threshold is 8, 9th element if you're trying to store, then immediately now the linked list object is changed to what? Binary tree. There is if else condition inside add method here. If a threshold is equal to less than or equals to 8, then linked list memory diagram will be there. Okay, else then binary tree memory diagram will be there. That's all. Hope you understand these points. Right. Then tell me, bucket is used for storing same hash code objects as one group, so that comparing and searching will be fast, because currently adding element will be compared only with this objects hash code group of objects. Okay, now Next, tell me, when the new bucket is created, new bucket will be created for every new hash code object. Then this hash code will be added, this object will be added to this bucket directly without comparison. With this currently adding entries, key hash code, if bucket is already available, then put method will check whether this entry is unique or duplicate by using double equal to operator and equals method. If a double equal to operator is true, adding entry is duplicate on key wise, then key is not added, but its mapped value is replaced by using its new value. Double equal to operator returns false. Adding entry is unique based on reference, but it may be duplicate based on state. So put method will call equals method for comparing entry using its content. If equals returns false, entry is added in the same bucket, means it is unique entry on data wise. If equals method returns true, adding entry is a duplicate on what you call key state wise, then key is not added, but its mapped value is replaced by using its new value. Hope all the people understand these points. So what are two new you heard? What are the two new words you heard? Bucket and hash table. Hash table and bucket, two new words you have heard. So I hope you connected. Now let me explain all these points with a memory diagram. Hope I'm not drawing this diagram. You can easily understand it. Okay, I'm not writing this diagram. Hope you can easily understand. When you create a hash map object, hm equal to new hm. Okay, when I create hash map object, then first what happened? When you create a hash map object, what happened? HM variable is created with variable equal to new hash map. Right, look at that. This circle is created and this table is created. Inside buckets are available or not available? Come on, everyone try to answer. Inside buckets are available or not available? Buckets are not available by default, okay? Then when you call hm dot put of double quotes comma 1, first step what? It implicitly call this key object dot hash code method. Key 1 dot hash code method you call. Then what will get? It's a hash code number 97. With the 97, is there any bucket available here? First initially empty, na? No bucket. Bucket is not found. New bucket is created. Object is stored in this new bucket. So now look at that. New bucket is created with the hash code number 97, then 111 reference, state of the object A stored and it refers to what? Value 1. Mapping to value object 1. Then next, I'm calling hm dot put of double quotes b comma 2. K2 dot hash code means B hash code number 98. Bucket found or not found with 98? Bucket is not found. New bucket is created. Object is stored in this new bucket directly. So another bucket is created with 98 with reference 222 and B stored pointing to it. Understand? Then tell me. Now I'm calling hm dot put of double quotes a comma 3 one more time. Then K3 dot hash code number I call 97. Tell me, with the 97 bucket already found in a if bucket is found with the same hash code number, there is a terminology called hash collision. If two trains are coming on the same track, then you will get train collision. If two buses are coming on the same path, then bus collision will happen. It's like that. If two objects are coming with the same hash code number, then we call it as what? Below. We call it as what? Hash collision. Come on, guys. All people understand? So now this word is called hash collision. When hash collision occurred, what happened? If the same hash code object is found, means bucket is found, this new object must be compared with the objects existing in this bucket. So if hash collision occurred, this object must be compared, or this key must be compared with the keys, with the same hash code keys available in the bucket. Then first it's compared with the double equal to operator returns true, because reference is same, then K1 value is replaced with K3 value. What the K3 value? 3. 3 object is created, K1 reference is gone, it is pointing to third object. Everyone, come on, try to understand. Is it clear to all? What the meaning of hash collision is clear? Then next tell me. If you call hm dot put of new string of double quote say comma 4, then k4 dot hash code number 97. Again hash collision occurred. When hash collision occurred, then what happened? This key 3, key 4, K4 is compared with the existing keys. How many keys are there? One key, K1. K4 double equal to K1. Now K1 reference is literal. K4 reference is what? New string. The reference is different, return false. Whenever reference is different, now equals method is called. Now equals method is overridden in a K4 class string. Equals method executing from string class. In string class, content is compared. K4 dot equals of K1, content is same. Then returns what? True. Then K1 value is replaced with the K4 value. K1 value how much? 3. 3 replaced with 4. So interviewer ask a question. What the meaning of hash collision? When hash collision occurred, what happened? Hash collision means what? Hash collision means what? If the newly adding object hash code number is same as existing object, then we call it as hash collision. What happened when hash collision occurred? When hash collision occurred, this newly adding key must be compared with existing keys whose hash code number is same. For comparison, double equal to operator equals method will be used. The next hm dot put of 97 comma 5 I have given, sir. Then try to answer now. Hash collision again occurred. Double equal to operator is compared. We get output false. Equals method call. It is also returns false. Then now tell me. This entry must be stored in the map. Where in new bucket, same bucket, bucket. K6 entry is stored in the same bucket 97. In the 97 bucket, after this object, it is storing 444/97 stored with the value 5. Hope you understand. When hash collision occurred, if key is found the same as the existing key, the key old value replaced with a new value. If the keys are different, then this entry is stored in the same bucket. So these are the 2 points you have to talk to interviewer. What is hash collision? What happened when hash collision occurred? If the keys are different, what happened? If keys are same, what happened? Let us try to understand our own example object. Then tell me, if I call hm dot put of new example of 5 comma 6 comma 6, then on key 7 dot hash code is called. Then tell me, if a hash code and equals methods are not overridden, then what happened? A reference wise hash code number is written. Reference wise hash code number nothing but 555. Then no bucket is available. New bucket is created and stored. Then another new example with the same content I am trying to store. K8 dot hash code not overridden. Hash code number is 666. Then no bucket found, again created. Okay. If I pass hm dot put of E3, now K9 dot hash code 777 with the 777 bucket is not there, new bucket is created. Now if you pass the same reference E3 again, K10 dot hash code 777 bucket found, hash collision occurred, the comparison started with the double equal to operator. K10 double equal to K9 found true. Then what happened? The K9 value replaced with the K10 value. K9 value 8 replaced with K9 value 9. Okay, Nana? So this is how background memory diagram will be happening. So if you explain this diagram to the interviewer, definitely interviewer will do Venus step. Interviewer felt so happy that you have understood internals clearly. Is it clear to all? But if interviewer is a little intelligent person, he will raise 2 questions. Are you ready? If I am there in the interview room, if HK product there in the interview room, then interviewer will definitely raise 2 more questions. Question number 1, Hari, you told me when you write K1 dot hash code number 97, with 97 bucket not found. Okay, you told bucket not found. Here 97 bucket found you are telling. My question is, you have eyes, with your eyes you are telling bucket available, not available, but as a program how can you write? JVM don't have eyes, so this put method doesn't have eyes. This put method internal some logic is there to find this 97 bucket available or not. What is that logic? Okay, question number 1. Question number 2, you are telling that uh, all these objects, all these buckets are held by hash table data structure. How hash table data structure can hold these buckets? Question number 2, what is the internal logic in the put method to hold this bucket? Question number 3, this bucket holding these objects and these keys are arrow marked to value. How can you write a program? Can you tell me the programmatically? Theoretically, whatever explanation I give in theory, theoretically you explain wonderfully. So with this theory, you can operate the program, but you cannot write program. Yes or no? When I call put method, internal logic, what is there, I explain. You can operate the program. If I give one program, you can say this object added or not added, found or not found, you can tell. But my question is, you have to write this put method in the company. How can you write? What are the conditions you write? What are the loops you write? How can you write? Now is the time you have to continue some more points. First 15 points I have gave you. First 15 points I gave you only for understanding the flow of execution. Now the implementation of put method I want you to understand. Question number 1. What is this hash table data structure? How this hash table data structure is implemented? Data structure means memory. Memory architecture is nothing but data structure. Listen carefully. This hash table is nothing but array object. Okay, na? Array object. This is a one location. This is another location. This is another location. Okay, nobody? The location numbers are what? 0, 1, 2, 3, like this. And tell me, what is the default capacity of hash table? I told you. What the default capacity of hash map? I told you 16. That means with the 16 locations, one array object is created here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, like this. With the 16 locations, one array object is created. Sir, what is the type of this array object? Okay, what is the type of this array object? Tell me, this array object, each location should store what? Bucket, na? Each location should store bucket. Next bucket it should store. Then I told you, what is this bucket? This bucket is nothing but a linked list or what? Tree set, let's say, for your understanding. Binary tree or tree set. Linked list or binary tree. Then tell me, if you take a linked list or binary tree, linked list is background linked one object to another object by using what concept? Node, na? This binary tree also will work with what? Tree node. Tree node. Below. Now, if you want to store this bucket is nothing but what? Node object. Now, this node object reference has to store here. That means this location should be what type? Node type. Then this array must be what? Node array. Node class array. This node is a inner class created inside hash map class. Is it clear, Nana? So tell me, what is this table? This table is nothing but node array object with 16 locations. And this table is nothing but, this bucket is nothing but background node object. Okay. Now, first node object stored with what? Key value. Tell me, how many variables are available inside this node? Now, key variable must be there to store key object. Value variable must be there to store value object. Key variable for key object, value variable for value object. Whenever a value replacing, this old value reference is replaced with a new value. Old value reference with a new value reference will be coming. Are you following my point? When the hash collision is occurred, now the new node, a new object to store in the same bucket means another new node object is created. And here we will have a variable called what? Next. One more variable called next variable. In this next variable, reference is stored on pointing. This first node reference is stored in the array object location. Okay, now first node reference stored in the array object location pointing to it, and then second node is linking by first node, third node is linking by third node, like this. Okay, Nana? Up to now, all you people understand? Now my question, sir, bucket found or not found means what? This node index number I should find, na? How can you find the index number? By using hash code 97. Wait, index number 0, 1, 2, 3, 4. Hash code number 97. With 97, is there any location available? No. Then how the bucket found or not found? Okay. Now to bring this 97, nothing but hash code number, to bring this hash code number to the range of table 16, it is divided and found the remainder. Divided and found the remainder by the capacity of hash map. What is the capacity of hash map now? 16. Now what will be substituted? 16 here. In future, now the capacity increased to 32, double na, again divided by 32. In future, double 64 divided by 64. Everyone understand? Now try to read all these points, you will get clarity now. The hash table data structure is internally implemented by using node class array. The bucket, nothing but single linked list with node objects, is created with the given entry, and its reference is stored in the node, in the table node array object in its one of the locations. To find the location to store this entry node object, inside put method, key object hash code is divided by the hash map capacity and find the remainder, like key dot hash code. Remainder operator will be used, not division operator. Remainder operator by 16. The division's remainder value is nothing but the index number of the location for storing this entry. So what is the internal code will be there, Bhaiya? Now can you please confirm now? First, what will be there? Int hash equal to the key object dot hash code is called. Then finding int index equal to hash modulo, what do you write? Table dot length. Table dot length. Okay, what is the table? Table is nothing but node array. Table equal to new node array of default what? 16. So this is class level will be there. Class hash map. Just a sample code I'm giving, not exact code. Sample code I'm giving. This is available in put method. Public return type is v. Method name is put of, what do you write? Object. Okay, sorry. Key k comma value v. Okay, and then now after finding index, what you write? K key equal to what do you write now? Tell me. Table of index. Okay, na? Now tell me. If all the people need to answer, okay, everyone should answer. Table. Oh, sorry. If, let me write here key. If key equal to null, tell me. If key equal to null, bucket found or not found? Bucket found or not found? Bucket is not found. Bucket is not found. Now new node object is created. This this entry is stored in this entry is stored in where? This node object. This entry is stored in this node object. Node object reference is stored in where? Node array in this index location. Okay, na bhaiya? Internally logic will be there. You have to look into the source code and you have to find the logic by your own. Now what the meaning of it? Now we can say bucket is create. Okay, na? And tell me else. This is a entire story if in else block. If key not equal to null, bolo. That means bucket not found or bucket found. Bucket is found means bucket is found. Bucket is found. Now it retrieves each node object from this location. And 1 second, sir. This is not key object, sorry. Node object, right? Or else directly you can write like this. Table of index directly inside it. Okay, now table of index equal to null, or else you can write outside node equal to. And retrieves key object from this node, compares with currently adding key. If found same, value is replaced. If not found same, found different, again same above story happen. New node is created. New node is created. Entry stored. This new node is linked to previous node. Where? Previous node where? In this location. Okay, so this is the hash map internal story, buddy. Hope you got some idea how it is working internally, index number and everything. Observe this diagram. This diagram, this theory. Okay, first HM object you created or hash table object created, node array object is created which contains how many locations? 16 locations with the default value, all locations null. Okay, and all these buckets, nothing will be available. When you call HM dot put off, double quotes A, with the double quotes A, or call hash map, hash code, it returns 97, 97 by 16, number will be 1. So now index number 1, then node equal to table of 1. Now table of 1, what value is available initially? Null will be there. And now node equal to null, true. Then bucket not found. Then new node object is created with reference 4040. In this new node, key value 11 stored pointing, value object 11 pointing. Okay, and then now this entry is stored in this node object reference stored in the node array in this index location. What the index location? 1. In one location 4040 stored. That means bucket is created. Next, when you call hm dot put off double quotes b, now again with the double quotes b, hash code is called, put method called again hash code is called 98, hash mod 98 will get 2 as index, table of 2 value is a null, is equal to null. Yes, bucket is created, new bucket is created with b and its a value, separate value. Okay, currently I'm passing same value, that's why pointing to it. Okay, next, now if you pass hm dot put off 97, 97 I pass. When I pass 97, now hash code is 97, index is 1, table of index value node reference is coming what? 4040. It's not, we got bucket found. Then it is going into else block. Bucket is found. Then when bucket is found, what happened? Now it retrieves the node object from the table. Table of I value what? Node dot, already node variable contain node reference 4040. Node dot k. Okay. The past key k equal to node dot key. Now returns what? 111. Now that 97 is that 333. Its reference is 111. Reference wise is a false. Then go to else block. Else block, it found equals of double quotes A. So 97 double quotes A, now false. Then new node object is created. Look at there. New node object is created. And then now the key and this entry is stored 3397, its value. Assume that I am passing same value. Okay. Space problem, that's why passing same value. And then now this object reference 6060 stored in the previous node, next variable and pointing to it. So this is called bucket. This is catch my point. How hash map internally works, you can explain these points to the interviewer, your wish. Which diagram you want to explain that diagram, in what fashion you want to explain that fashion. Directly you can explain this diagram or explain first this diagram and then bring this diagram, your wish. So I am trying to make you understand everything clearly with the two diagrams. Which diagram you are comfortable with, the diagram you can work. Hope everyone understand. So you need to practice, sir. If you don't practice, we cannot answer the questions. You have to practice again and again. I'm telling you how to practice. If you go to Google Drive, come to the collection folder. In collection folder, you'll find equals hashcode.txt. Okay, equals hashcode.txt. Double click. Whatever the 18 points I have shown you, all points are here. Okay, na? And hash map internal algorithm and diagram. Hash map internal. Same diagram. Okay, everything I have uploaded here. Hope you can practice. Any doubts, any confusions? So there is a question, buddy. What is the now whenever you are working with hash table, hash code method must override, equals method also must override. Okay, first question, what is the problem if you don't override hash code equals method? All people understand, buddy? So if you don't override hash code equals method, data-wise duplicate objects are stored, and further, data-wise we cannot find objects in the collection with the data. So in projects, we should work with the data, not with reference. Hence, hash code and equals methods we must override for finding objects with the data-wise and stop duplicates with the data-wise. Then you should do override hash code and equals method. If I override only hash code, any use? No. If I override only equals method, any use? No. Look at here. I have given some test case for you to practice overriding hash code equals methods. I given class A with this code, hash code and equals method. Then what you do, you write one SOPLN statement in hash code method. You write one SOPLN statement in equals method. Okay, now, and here I written add of A objects with the same data, okay, with 2 3 5 3 2 5 hash code number generating same different x and y values 3 4 7 1 6 7, okay, and I'm trying to add a duplicate object to see whether stopped or not, and trying to remove that object to see that object removed. If you want to remove with A23 object must be found in a found or not, I wanted to verify. Then here I have given some test cases. You need to find with your brain, there is no count as such, okay? You need your brain with the given algorithm, you must find how many objects are added, how many buckets are created, how many objects are removed. Okay, now find the below test cases. In case number 1, both hash code and equals methods are not overridden in class A. Tell me how many buckets are created? How many objects added? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Tell me how many objects are stored? Even though data wise duplicate object, is this object stored or not stored? Will be stored because hash code number based on the reference. Reference of this object, both are different. Then tell me. Now these objects are different objects. Okay. So 5 objects are stored. How many buckets are created? How many buckets are created? When a new bucket is created, when a new hash code object is coming, new bucket is created. Then this object hash code number different. Totally how many buckets are created? 5 buckets are created. When I'm trying to remove the object new A of 2, 3, removed or not removed? Is this new A of 2, 3 removed or not removed? Not removed because its reference is different, hash code is different, bucket is not found. Okay, na? Everyone understand? Tell me, in this equals method, double equal to operator or equals method called? Never, because hash code is different. Next, only hash code method is overridden by returning directly value 5. Tell me in hash code method, if I return value 5, this object hash code number, 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 this object hash code number will be same 5, na? Then how many buckets are created? Only one bucket is created. Only one bucket is created. 5 buckets created. Shashi Kumar. Only one object is created. One bucket is created. In that one bucket, all these objects should be stored. Then now try to answer. Whenever this object hash code number is same as previous object hash code number, this object should be compared with the previous object. Na? For comparison, what will be used? Double equal to operator. Also used what? Equals method. Tell me here equals method used or not used? Definitely used. Why? Why definitely used? This object reference is different. When reference is different, equals method is called. Equals method overridden or not overridden? Not overridden. If equals method not overridden, in java.clang.object class, it's comparing with reference. Then tell me, one bucket is created, all 5 objects are stored. Yes or no? One bucket is created, all 5 objects are stored. Then when you call remove method, what happened? Again here also hash code method is called. Hash code number what will get? 5. And this object is compared with all 5 objects. This 2, 3 object removed or not removed? Not removed because this object reference is different. Hence double equal to operator equals method return false. Because return false, then all these are compared. Is it clear? Hope everyone understood. Tell me, only equals method is overridden by returning either true or false. Only equals method is overridden. Hash code method not overridden. Is there any use of only equals method if you override? Equals method executed third place. If same hash code numbers, their reference is different, then only equals method is called. If you don't override hash code method, equals method is never different, they are different buckets. Yes or no? So what the point? Five objects are stored, five buckets are created, object is not removed, no use of overriding only equals method without hash code method. So tell me, can you conclude it? If you want correct results, you must override both hash code and equals methods. Can I say hash code and equals methods are lovers? If you separate them, they will cry. Finally, we will cry. Hash code method is overridden by returning 5 and also equals method is overridden by returning true. Amma, tell me, if you return 5, all objects hash code number is what? Same. Then second object compared with the first object, from the equals method you are returning what? True. True means what? That is a duplicate object. Finally, that second object, third object stored or not stored? Not stored. Only one bucket is created. Only first key is stored and always its values are replacing. Only first key is stored. Always values are replacing with the next values. One bucket, one entry. One entry, first key values are replaced with second key, third key, fourth key, last key value stored with first key. Okay, na? Case number 4, understand? In above case, return false from equals method. Then what happened? One bucket, 5 objects are stored and object is not removed. Okay, na? And here case, sorry. Here object removed or not removed? Here object is removed or not removed? Removed. Even though the data is not same. Even though data is 2, 3 not same, even though it is removed. Because equals method returns true, na? Equals method returns true, not comparing with objects. So it is removed. These are the written test exam test cases. So expecting all the people to practice and experience. Next, tell me, final, all these 5 cases are what? Project related, interview related case. In interview, these 5 cases, they will check whether you know hash code equals method internals. Then last but not least, hash code method is overridden by returning x plus y and equals method is overridden by comparing x and y data. This is a project scenario. Okay, now this is project scenario. And then what happened? Tell me, how many buckets are created? Different hash, as many different hash code objects are coming, those many buckets are created. Data wise duplicate objects are stopped and data wise objects are removed. So in this program, how many buckets are created? One bucket created, two bucket created. It is not stored and it is stored in the first bucket. It is stored in the second bucket. Two buckets are created and A of 2, 3 removed. That's it. So hope you understand the test case with hash code and equals method story. Everybody comfortable? Then final conclusion, tell me, if you wanted to find a key available in the bucket and compare hash code and equals methods, you must override carefully. Na? What is the contract between hash code and equals method? Okay. Now I told you hash code and equals methods are lovers. If you want to get married, okay, there is a contract. Boy lover should never shout at girl lover. Okay, na? If you shout at girl lover, immediately break up. Yes or no? What is the contract, my dear boys? If you fall in love, be careful. You must not shout at girl lover. If you shout, if you show little angry also, if you show, with your break up. I know, I noticed, I don't know why girls are that much, believing boys. They never get angry on me. They never, always say, early morning, I love you. Before sleeping, I love you. I'm not criticizing girls, but if they get arranged marriage, if that boy or man person, is never say, I love you, but agreed. Never care properly, agreed. Harass like anything, agreed. But come to the lover, why problems? Always you are saying that I don't trust you, I don't that will be, this will be, I don't know. And these poor boys are committing suicide. Don't commit suicide, Ray, okay? If one girl gone, another girl will come, don't worry. I always strongly believe one thing: if other person is not according to you, not understanding, and always doubting you, always, I mean, either boy or girl, whoever, okay, always doubting you, always saying that you are not doing like this, you are not doing like this, better you only break up and find other girl or other boy. There are so many boys and girls there in the world, okay? Don't bring them into your heart. Never ever love anyone with heart. Love with eyes and leave. This is my final suggestion to all you people. Always keep up to like, okay? You must love only parents, remember. You must love only parents. Except parents, anyone you should only like. Okay? If you love, you cannot live without them. If you like, you can live without them. That is the difference. Only like, up to like only you kept, so that when other people are hurting you, you take light and find other person. Okay na? After marriage you start love. After marriage you start love your life partner. Before marriage only like your lover. Never say I love you, always you say I like you. Okay na? To the lover, change the statement. To your parents you say I love you, to your life partner you say I love you, but to your lover always say I like you. When you love me, when you don't torture me, I love you. When you become my life partner, I will love you. Till that, don't love, only like. So if you follow my fundamental, and if you follow my what I can say, Siddhantam, whatever, okay, you will be happy in your life. Only make the things like. You never love your friends, you like your friends. That's why even though, okay, uh, girls are having very strong heart ray. No, I will strongly support girls also in this matter. They are very strong. They will give importance to their parents. Okay, they will give importance to their parents. But boys, stupid fellows, they never give importance to parents. They're very strong heart people. Even though they are suffering, even though they are feeling so what do you call, heart melt inside, but they don't show it out. They will hold that, what do you call, they are that much strong here. Boys are not strong, simply I'm saying. Okay na? Don't worry. And now finally, where we, I don't know whether girls are agreed my statements are getting angry, I don't know. Okay, there are some girls who are innocent also, where they will be easily will be trapped. Girls are very easily trapped. Girls are very easily trapped by these stupid boys. And if the boys is good, they're happy. If the boys is, this is a stupid fellow, there are some people in the boys also who want to cheat. Okay, be careful. That's your responsibility. That's why I'm telling, never ever never ever fall in love before marriage. That's what my sincere request. Okay, now before marriage, never ever fall in love. Love is a trash. I'm telling you, love is a trash before marriage. The real love will start only after marriage. Love your parents, love your life partner, either boy or girl. That will be permanent. The love before marriage is always, okay, trash. Before marriage, the love is trash. You don't know when it will be breaker. Okay, there's a lot of conditions apply. That's why please be away from the love before marriage. And now come to the point. Hash code method equals methods. You have to override with a contract. Okay, contract. What is the contract? Try to observe. The contract is, if hash code method, if equals method returns true by comparing two objects. If equals method returns true by comparing two objects, their hash code must be dash. Think and tell me. If equals method compare two objects and returns true, their hash code must be true or false. I mean, the hash code must be same or different. Think, this is very important. If you compare two objects by using equals method, it returns true. Then hash code must be same or different. Think, sir. Equals method coming ante they belongs to same bucket or different bucket. Equals method compared to two objects means they belongs to same bucket or different bucket. Same bucket. Same bucket means their hash code must be what, buddy? Same. This is the question compulsory asked. Okay, na? All these points are in detail there in your Xerox material. Can you please read it today? In Xerox material, in a hash set internals, hash map internals, diagram and everything I have explained. Requesting all you people, practice this test case and read the contract and by heart it. This is the compulsory asking question from the collection. From the collection, the first and last question will be explain hash map internals. If you explain this hash map internals, enough. No need to ask any further questions. So try to explain this hash code internals clearly with the hash code and equals methods contract. So tell me what the right procedure to override hash code equals method. Whatever the property you have used in hash code method, okay, what is the right procedure to override hash code in equals method? In hash code method, use group property. Now, for example, I take student object. Student objects are grouped by course. You must return course from the hash code method. Then in the equals method, you must use the same hash code method property plus unique property among this group. Tell me, course is the common property and student number is the unique property. So in hash code method, use group property and equals method use group plus unique property. Then always the contract will be satisfied. If you take employee object, from the hash code method in employee class, from hash code method you must return department, and in hash code method you must use department and employee number. Okay, if you use a bank account object, in a bank account object you must in a hash code method you must return account type or branch. Account type, yeah, account type or branch, and in hash code method you must return equals method you must compare that branch plus account number you must use. So this is a way you have to override hash code and equals methods. All points are detailed there in your material. Please read and practice all these things in the system, and if you have any questions you got, any doubts you got, post in our Facebook group. Is it clear? If you got any doubts, post in Facebook group. Your seniors will answer. If no one is answering, I will answer. Okay, Nana? Hope you all understand hash code, hash map internals, and every point is clear. In tomorrow class, we'll try to start learning cursors. Okay, tomorrow we'll try to learn cursors. Enums, enumeration, iterator, list iterator, for each loop, stream API, those topics we'll try to understand in tomorrow class. Thank you everyone. See you all tomorrow. Bye-bye. Any doubts?